Where's my phone? I'm gonna make a call.
You don't have to
Somebody
keep
gotta
touching
come
my
and get
stuff.
you,
You
man.
don't have to keep touching my stuff.
Can you get those things out of here?
Tell me the reason. Don't throw my stuff on the floor. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Get out of
Don't
here,
do that.
man.
Now you're doing
Get
too
out
much.
of here.
You're doing too much. You're not telling me the reason though.
I'll get you out of here. You're gonna get
If I have to leave, I need my half of the bill.
I gotta drain
If
it out
I have
myself.
to leave, I need my half of the bill.
Turn
You're
it
not
off.
telling me nothing.
Turn it
You're
off.
not telling
You know why? Get out. Get
Tell
out
me the
of here. Don't
reason.
put that on
What's
me,
the
man.
reason?
You're the reason.
Half my
You're the
stuff all
reason.
over the floor. You ain't even like, what's the
Get this
reason?
out of here. Get this out of here, man.
You don't have to touch my stuff. You don't have to
Get
keep
out
my
of
stuff. You don't. I can get my own stuff. You don't have to do that.
That's right, man.
You're not telling me the reason though. What's the reason?
I need you out of here.
What's the reason? Why are you putting me out? You in my room, you invading my privacy, you going through my drawer, you taking all my clothes.
There's no privacy.
You throwing
The
them all
whole
over the floor,
world
you putting them back up.
What about the family privacy? What about our privacy?
Why you keep bringing the family up? This is between me and you. I just want you to know, I just want you to address the issue. What's really the issue? I never disrespect you. I never disrespect you.
You disrespecting me now.
How?
You're putting people in our business. You're recording me. Get out of my house, man.
I want people to see how I'm being treated all of a sudden. All of a sudden. I guess it was a surprise. I guess it was a shock into the family. I guess that's what it was. That's what it was. Well, just be.
So this video is going viral because this young man, this adult child, is believing that his father is really disrespecting his lifestyle choice. He feels like he's being evicted because of his lifestyle choice, and he wants to show his father up, and he wants validation for what he feels. And to be completely honest, the father says in the video clearly a couple of times in a very docile way the rationale as to why he is putting his son out. He's told him it's his choice of friends. It is him coming in and out of the house. It's a disrespect of the family, which honestly, cyberspace has a very judgmental point of view. So they rush to judge, and they rush to draw conclusions about personal matters that people don't always know about. And while you can clearly see that this young man does have a lifestyle choice, and it is absolutely his to live it that way, I don't think anybody doesn't feel any sort of empathy or sympathy for that. In saying that, you can clearly see that this has never been a secret. This father would have known this the entire time his son was growing up. However, what the adult child is trying to validate, the whole disowning of that lifestyle were true of the dad. A parent would count down the days in which you could be out of their home, which is 18. So once you turn 18, I'm no longer responsible for you. I can let you dart that door externally and never come back in, never enter. However, this child, you can see, is clearly over the age of 18, which means that this man has allowed his adult son to live in his home, which means there is some love there, and he wants to protect him in a specific kind of way. While we do that, we also want to teach you some sort of financial literacy before we push you out of the bubble. We want to get you ready for a different space. So could the father have set some sort of, hey, give me $50 a week, give me $75 a week, so the child could get in their mind used to $300-$400 going out, and you know what I'm saying? So once they get in the real world, they can calculate rent is $800 per month, so I need to make sure I save this much out of each check. Then there's going to be electric, gas, water, and then that's going to be this amount per paycheck, putting that to the side. So we do try to prepare you in a small kind of way so that you understand taking things from your check, saving things, and putting. What I'd like you to do is to just consider for one moment that there is another choice. You have a very passionate young man, the adult son, and then you have a very docile, very specific father who is now at his wit's end, who is now telling his son to get out. He's packing his belongings. If he was of the hate of a lot of stuff, it would be the father that was irate. But instead, this father is very controlled while he's packing this child's belongings, which means that something has been happening along the way. Listen, there are rules and regulations in an adult child's home that is given by the parent. I have them for my child. She's 19. Can't dart my door any kind of way. She tried it a couple of times going to a concert. My son was here. He's 9 years old with his friends. And I sent her right back to her room and said, hey, you know the rules. If you want to get dressed at your friend's house, if you want to go get you your own apartment and get dressed like that every single day and leave the house, you're very welcome to that. But in this house, there's rules, there's regulations. You will not leave my door as a stripper. Whatever else you want to do, get our own place and do that. However, in doing what parents do, again, consider for a moment that we have a father that is of a specific denomination. We don't know what denomination that is. I'm going to take, for instance, mine. My mother is a Jehovah's Witness. So to the very core, she did not believe in sex before marriage, and she did not believe in loose conduct or inappropriate clothing. So even as an adult child, when I aged out over 18 and I was living in her home, I had rules and regulations. Did I pay some money to her because she wanted me to? Absolutely, because she was trying to teach me responsibility. But she also had rules and regulations. I have the same thing for my child. I am not as strict as my mother was, but I do have a code of ethics for my home. I am raising another 9-year-old child under that. So for me, my daughter coming in after 1 a.m. in the morning is a no-brainer. That's not going to happen. Wherever you are, you should be able to stay there until the next morning. Wherever you are. My mom did not allow me to dart her door after midnight. Again, no sex before marriage. She used to say the only thing open after midnight is some legs. And that's not appropriate for my home. And for me, being the respectful child that I am, I wouldn't ask my mom to condone that. I know that she has her spiritual beliefs, and I would never ask her to compromise that. Can she love me? 100%. Back to the scenario of the young man, the adult son, and the father. I don't know what denomination that man is. He is of something, and he may just have a moral code that is specifically his. He sounds like there are other children in that home. It sounds like there is a mother or a woman, a female presence in that home. So can he have rules and regulations that stipulate you won't dart my door with makeup on, you won't dart my door with female clothes on, you can't dart my door with XYZ, you will pay this amount so that we get you financially ready to get your own and establish your own rules and regulations. There's 100% a chance that this father is establishing that type of rules and ground setting for this young man, for his son, to ready him for the real world. The entitlement of these young adults these days is like, I'm paying this. I'm giving you this amount. So now that I'm paying bills, I should be able to make my own rules. No, you make your own rules in your own home. You shouldn't even ask your father to condone it. And in your mind, your parents don't love you if they don't fully condone your lifestyle. Your parents never have to compromise their spirituality. They never have to do that. And you should never ask them that. They just have to love you. They don't have to care about your lifestyle. That's number one. Number two. The lesson in this is we all have a journey. I have a journey. You have a journey. My daughter has a journey. My mother has a journey. None of our journeys belong to another person. We all have our own specific journey that we have to answer to our Creator for at the end of whatever this life is. When I say that, that means that all of these other people, your parents, your kids, your doctors, your whomever, they're players. They have a role in your journey, which means they don't have to condone any of your decisions in your journey. They just play parts in the journey. All you should ask of all of your players in your journey is respect and love. If you want your roles to be filled with people that love you and respect you, that's all you have to ask of them. You don't have to ask them to condone your choices. That's for you to be comfortable with. So when you need validation from other people that somebody else's role that they're playing in your life it's not being played appropriately, that's you not in control of your own decisions in your journey. We got to stop doing that because that's the entitlement on other people's journeys. And that's not fair at all.